I first met Vin about 1968, 69. We were apprentices at Wilton, not together, but it's when I was either 17 or 18. All the people from the Wilton Centre decided to bring all these apprentices the Friday before Christmas to the Wilton Training Centre. To the
rec club.
Right, no, not a rec club, that's the idea. So those apprentices wouldn't go to the rec club and get drunk, and so they brought us into the theatre. And I think it was something like, it was one of these war films like The Guns of Navarone or whatever, it was round about in 68, 69. And some cartoons with Bugs Bunny and all that sort of thing, daft things.
You got your money's worth then.
And of course Vin was there, and Vin was probably just starting out. So we had this film first, and then one of the training managers said, "Well, we'll have a break, and then you're going to listen to a local songster, Mr. Vin Garbutt from Teesside, and of course he's Norman being all South Bank and all that." And of course we're all sat there in awe because he started off with his whistles. And he did 3 jigs, and if you can imagine, maybe 100 or so 17, 18-year-old guys wanting to go down to the rec club or to get drunk the day before Christmas Eve, and before you saw Vin, you sat there and this guy's play, and he was awe-inspiring because everyone was watching him. And then of course he did his unique nasally song introduction, and everyone started, well, he's not bad after all. So afterwards, so that was the introduction I had with him at Wilton, and afterwards I spoke to him, and because I lived in Grangetown at the time, so I wasn't very far away, and Vin said, well, I go to Eston Folk Club at the top of Jubilee Bank. Well, it was great. Wednesday night, so we all, one or two of us popped up to there, and saw Vin and Betsy and Kevin Hall and the Fettlers and all these people. I think Mr. Fortune started to come there as well. So you get all these people who are into the Teesside folk bit, and of course the rest history with Vin. And the song I'm going to do, it reminds me of Vin because 2 things really. It's a song about Eston Square. It's about Eston Square. And of course, every time I walked from Grangetown up to the Jubilee Bank, up to the top of the bank to the Cleveland Bay, you pass Eston Square, or you're into Eston Square, and you also pass one of the things of this verse, the statue of the unknown soldier. And it's fascinating because every time now I go into Eston Square, I always think about this song because it's a classic. And so I'll start this one, which you know as old Cissie Lee. And when Vin was sort of coming back 3 or 4 years ago from his hospital, one of his hospital exploits, and he was coming down to the clubs, and he was popping in and doing 2 or 3, just to get him back into the swing of it, get him into the breathing, into his singing again. I introduced this song. I said, now this next song is a song by our local troubadour, Vin Garbutt, and this is at the Cutty Wren, this on Tuesday night. As soon as I got Vin Garbutt out my mouth, the door opened and Vin walked in. And I think, oh, I can't not do it now, because I've told him I'm doing Cissie Lee by Vin Garbutt. He walks in, and the thing you want to do is you want to go down there. He's unique, he's Vin, and like everyone is doing their own thing here. You can't copy him, because you can't. It's your recollection and your bit of these particular songs. As I say, you can't copy him. But so if you know it, which I'm sure you do, you can join in. Eston Square sitting, knitting a cardigan, never to wear at 79, with her memory failing. The joys of this life she'd forgotten, and nobody cared. Old Cissie Lee, through that baker's shop window, was only a widow, no money to spend. They made her move on, cause they made no reductions, yet all in the window was thrown to the pigs at day's end. Old Cissie Lee, she looked up at the statue of the unknown soldier who died long ago, when food it was cheap, oh, but life was still cheaper. And her Tommy, he fought for his country and fell to the foe. Old Cissie Lee, through that baker's shop window, saw the fresh cream cakes get thrown in the bin. What madness is this? Oh, what sadness it brings me. I've walked all my life, now I fear it is time to give in. Well, at home by her fire, Cissie brewed up a cuppa and read the newspaper while sipping her tea. The headlines declared no more free milk for children. She wept at the thought, for each year they dump tons in the sea. At home by a fire, old Cissie Lee, bleary-eyed, feeling weary, ascended the stairs for some much-needed sleep. She never awoke, she was found 3 days later, though few at the grave stood, the kind baker sent her a wreath. Old Cissie Lee looked up at the statue of the unknown soldier who died long ago, when food it was cheap, ah, but life was still cheaper. And her Tommy, he fought for his country and fell to the foe. Old Cissie Lee. Thank you.